Ooh, I'll have a coffee. Anybody on? Anybody not working? I'm not going to be on for long. I'm just setting up to make a smoker. So I'm just intrigued to see if any of the guys are on. Hey, somebody is on. Good morning. Well, it's morning here, depending on where you are. Fuck me, that's hot. Right, what have I got on today? I'm going to make a barbecue out of a gas bottle. I made a pizza oven out of a gas bottle, and I've made a log burner out of a gas bottle. So I'm going to turn it on its end and make a barbecue slash smoker I'm going to do. How does it work? Oh, it's fucking hot. All right, let's have a walk around the garden. What I'm going to do today. How are we? Oh, it's a nice day. There's my shitty barbecue. Let's have a look. So this is my crap barbecue at the minute. I basically just fixed it to the fence. I want to do a barbecue out of a gas bottle. Now I did a gas bottle pizza oven, which has worked unbelievably well, to be perfectly honest with you. Let's have a look up here. Let's have a look. There's my gas bottle log burner. So I made that, and it works really well. The pizza goes in the top. There's a bit of marble in there as well, so give that a clean. Obviously the fire goes in that bit. Fire goes in that bit, and then it cooks the pizza at the top. Oh, what? What do you say, Jesse? A moustache box? Oi, dude. Phoenix, you alright? What's your name? I'm Adam. Where are we all today? What are we doing today? Are we working? Are we in England even? I'm in Derbyshire in England. My name's Adam, and I make stuff like this. So I don't even really see. But that's my gas bottle log burner I did the other day. Nice beard, thank you. It needs a trim, mate. I'm trying to grow it out, so then I get it all trimmed up and it's a bit of a point, but it's look a bit homeless at the minute, but thank you. So I've been doing my garden as well. My story is I've got epilepsy and I can't keep down a sort of a mainstream job. So this is what I do now. I'm sort of self-employed and I'm just doing up my garden. And I want to make myself a barbecue today. That's my plan. Thanks, Phoenix. What are we all doing today? Yeah, the barbecue's for me. I mean, I've got that cheap ass barbecue that I bought, oh God, years ago. And I just fixed it to my wall. My dog's eating a croissant. How random. So it's just a cheap barbecue. But what I have got is I've been given some of these bottles, gas bottles. Let me shut my gate properly. So I've been given some of them. And what I'm thinking is cutting them in half and making a barbecue slash smoker. This is my little hobbit workshop. There's my bird boxes. This is the sort of stuff that I do. And all sorts of stuff. There's my little log burner that I've got for my workshop. These are my little hashtag men. Akash. I'm not very good. I'm terribly dyslexic. I will try my best. Akash. How are you? Marion. Eastern European food. I love Eastern European food. I love it. And yes, I'd love to make money. Yeah, Broski. Yes, I would love to. So yeah, this is my workshop. It's more, I say a workshop. There's my welder. There's all my bits and pieces, tools. Like I said, I make all sorts. Clocks, things that are given to me, things that are free. Scrap wood. My bird boxes are made out of just old decking. So yeah, I just thought I'm having a coffee just before I get sort of started on my log burner smoker. I wanted to ask anybody, have they ever used a smoker? Yeah, woodworking, mainly woodworking, like my bird boxes and stuff. But I do metal work as well. I know that obviously the barbecue or the smoker I'm doing isn't particularly woodwork, but it will burn my offcuts of wood. Here's one of my little men that I've made, my little hashtag. I call him hashtag because I don't really know why I did that. Years and years ago, I just put a hashtag sign on my work to prove that it was mine. So, is it Dahari? Said hi. Hi. You okay, Uncle? James? So what we're doing today? Yes, right, I'm off topic. Anyone used a burner? Not burner, fucking hell. A smoker. Has anyone used a smoker before? No, well I do. I've got an Etsy shop, but the idea behind my Etsy shop, which is Adam's Woodworking Life on Etsy, is to see if these projects that I make, people say they sell them for ridiculous amounts of money, but I don't believe them, if I'm perfectly honest. So we decided to do a bit of an experiment. So I've got loads of things on Etsy. However, if you did want anything off Etsy, please just email me at awoodworkinglife@hotmail.com. And I'll give you a promo code and you'll get something like 33% off. I don't expect you to pay the Etsy prices. All my subscribers on YouTube get 33% off of the Etsy shop. And then that way, and it's free delivery and everything. So basically any crap that I make, you can get cheap. You're from India? Wicked. How hot is it over there? Oh, you did see a noose. Sorry about that. Yeah, what it was, I'll tell you for the reason. Right. So I make lamps as well, driftwood lamps. In fact, I'll show you in my house. It'll be easier. So I make driftwood lamps. That's how my fucking enterprise, I don't think it's an enterprise. That's how I sort of started. So, this is one of my lamps. Let's turn it on so you can see. There you go. So that's one of my driftwood lamps. Yeah, I've got another one over here. My wife loves them. So another smaller one there. I mean, that one's not actually switched on. Let's see if I can switch it on. Yeah, I can. So there's another driftwood lamp. And that's really how it started. I made the Negan bat. You know, anybody a Walking Dead fan? There's the Negan bat. Hello, India. You're in a war, Jesus Christ. What now? Listen, I practice Stoicism and I've even deleted the news app off my phone because honestly, I get quite down and depressed about the state of the world and humans. We're horrible, aren't we? Awful. I hope you're okay, my friend. It's nice to see you on here. The bat's pretty cool. Yeah, dead easy. All it was is I bought a bat from the car boot. I think it was £3. I bought a light bar off Amazon, put some LEDs around the back, just literally screwed it onto a piece of laminate. Happy days. Yeah, it weighs a ton because it's real barbed wire. So yeah, I mean, and again, that's my lamp. I better turn these out because I'm outside. Thank you. I'm a pretty cool bloke. Well, you know what? The bandana is for a reason. It's because my hair is in between sort of long and short. I like my motorbikes, as you can probably guess. Let's turn that off. I love my motorbikes. So the bandana sort of goes in line with that, with the beard. But it also keeps my hair out of my face. However, it does give me a bit of a twat tail on my head. So keep out the sun. A Derbyshire. Right, if you look at the picture of Britain, and put your finger bang in the middle, that's where I am. Right in the middle. I'm originally from Margate though, if that helps. Rockstar, oh yeah, you know what? My backstory is I am an ex-addict. I've been clean for 6 years and I've worked really hard to get clean, but it took a whack on my mental health as well. I struggle with my mental health, but the biggest killer in men under 50 is suicide. Did you know that? It's a shocking statistic, and this is why I made the channel. So us guys and girls can all chat and talk woodworking. Oh yeah, the noose thing. Right. Hello, how are we? Yeah, so my lamps I make, this is a 3-core cable. I basically put a switch on the end, you can see that, and a plug, and then my idea was, because I'm a bit morbid and I like horror movies and things like that, I wondered if I could make a lamp from a noose, and I'd never made a noose before, so that was my first attempt and I was quite impressed, so I kept it. The reason behind that is to make a lamp out of it. I love movie memorabilia as well. I'm starting to make a Nightmare on Elm Street Freddy glove. There's one of the fingers that I've started. I'm just learning how to solder properly, so that'll be an ongoing project. I always have 2 or 3 projects on the go, to be fair. Yeah, I mean, this is what the channel is solely about. Just us talking, random shit, nothing's off the table. Ask me what you want, I won't get offended. I was an addict 6 years ago. I got clean and sober. I don't drink, I don't do drugs. My life has completely changed. But it's different. It is hard work. It can be hard work. Yeah. But I'm so grateful, so thankful, and thankful for all you lot. If it wasn't for you lot, we wouldn't have a channel, would we? No, this room isn't insulated. It gets cold as shit in winter. That's why I've got my log burner. Again, that was the first one that I did, just out of a free gas bottle that I got given. And it's brilliant. I tell you what, why I didn't do it sooner. Dead easy as well. I'm not a welder, but I've got a welder, and I can do enough. I can do enough just to get me by. Thanks. Do you know what, James? Honestly, it started dead slow. I mean, and people give me the ideas. That's the truth. And some people even show me how to do it. So they'll email me and say, "Oh, can you make a clock?" Or I've got different clocks that I make now, and I love it. I absolutely love it. Do you do anything 26? You're from Canada. I love the look of Canada. Love it. Wow. What do you do, James? The lamps are easy. They look really good, and do you know what? They're probably the best sellers. If you go to like craft fairs and things like that, yeah, if you bring them to craft fairs and stuff, people pay quite a lot of money for them because they're all one of a kind. And driftwood, I always thought driftwood was wood that sort of washed up on the beach. But truth be known with driftwood is what's been naturally felled off a tree. So yes, washed up on the beach, or if a rotten tree has collapsed and fell, I just sort of cherry pick bits and pieces as I go for a walk, and I think, oh, that'll make a nice lamp, or it'll make a nice walking stick. I have got an example of one of my walking sticks. Let's do that one. So there's one of my walking sticks. It's got a dragon head on it. I think it's a branch off a yew tree. So I make different walking sticks as well. Pimp stick. I've got another one to make for my best mate. That's not very nice, is it? I've just said I've got epilepsy, and I did work, and sadly I lost my job because I can't work alone. So I'm doing everything I can to get out, get working, get making stuff, contribute to the world. So the whole, I'm definitely not a hippie. I like my motorbikes. If that classes me as a hippie, I'm okay with hippie. I've been called worse. I understand your frustration. There are a lot of freeloaders about. I understand that. So, but don't judge a book by its cover, man. I don't just do nothing. I don't just sit in front of the TV. The things that I make, I give away. Click and subscribe for the simple reason, if you email me at awoodworkinglife@hotmail.com, Show me something that you've made and we'll do a swap. Yeah, I mean, I get it. I mean, it does annoy people. I get it. You know, there are freeloaders out there. There are. And I desperately try not to be. I do. Thank you. James, thank you. I appreciate it. And like I said, and I meant, nothing is off the table. And I mean that. If you've got something to say, I'm okay. I mean, I've had very little, you know, not horrible people, but very little negative comments, very little. And if they are, I'm happy to explain. And like I say, the epilepsy thing kicks my arse, probably about once a week. But then after a seizure, if it's a bad seizure, my mental health goes really downhill. And it's not an excuse, it's really not. I've got a good family behind me, I've got myself clean and sober, and I'm on the right path, and I'm on the way up, so. Got him wood like a man. Well, I have got a job, this is my job. When I pay all my taxes and everything. My house is rented, it's not bought, it's rented. Yeah, I built everything. Yeah, I built, yeah, money making. Yeah, it's just a lean-to at the side of my house. It's 2 meters by 7 meters, really small. It's more of a laboratory than it is a workshop, but I can do all my little bits and pieces. And like I say, my bird box is my signature sort of mark. Yeah, the clean and sober, sure. Are you really, Terry? Terry, you're on the path to clean and sober. Right, well, yes. Well, if I go back then, I got clean and sober just before I was 40. Everything and anything I was on. My biggest drug of choice, I suppose, was cocaine. But it gets to a point where it was everything. It was cocaine and amphetamines to go up in the morning, and it was morphine, Valium, pregabalin, weed, alcohol, crack pipe, whatever it may be to go down in an evening, if I went to bed at all. My wife, I was losing my kids, they were getting taken off me, my wife left, absolutely rightly so. And at the last hour I overdosed, ended up in hospital, and that was it. I decided, as I had many times before, that enough was enough and I want to stop. And I knew that if I was to continue, it would kill me, and what sort of life would I have? I'd have no wife, no kids, no nothing. So I did it, I managed to do it, and it's the best thing I ever did, one day at a time. Look into Stoicism, my friend, and Stoicism has helped with my temper and my anger, and it basically tries to cut out noise that you don't need, if that makes sense. So you put all your efforts into making yourself better for others. Oh dear. Oh no. I'm really sorry to hear that. Your brother passed away from a heroin overdose. Awful. I had a lot of friends die. And clinically I was dead for a period of time, and that's really my lowest of low. That was it. Brilliant. So your other brother's got clean. It's difficult. It's so difficult. I hope he grasps life. Oh my God, you were stabbed in your back. Yes, do you know what? I love that. A chance to know who I am, what I am, where I'm going, who with. I've lost so, yes, and you know what? What a great comment. I know exactly where you're coming from. You don't know who you are. I didn't know who I was. I thought I was this life and soul of the party. I was I always wanted another drink. I was confident. I was outgoing. I'm not. I'm absolutely not. I'm an introvert, if anything else. I don't go out very often. I don't really have many friends. But I love my life now. I absolutely love my life. I'm finding out who I am. Opioids are so difficult. Not at all. Yes. You are absolutely right. Quitting is near on impossible. And the opioids, yes. In fact, they were the last things to go, because when I went to the doctor and explained that obviously I'd overdosed and everything else, and I was on a lot of pregabalin and morphine, and I stopped, and the doctor said you can't just stop that, it'll kill you, so you have to wean off. I would suggest to go and see your doctor and explain how much you're on, what you're on. Don't hold back. If you're struggling, my friend, email me. I promise you I'll get back to you, or my wife will. She's good at this stuff. woodworkinglife@hotmail.com. Email me, and I'll help as much as I can help. But go and see a doctor, go and see a health professional. Do not lie. Tell them the truth. Tell them what you're on. Don't worry about being judged. You're doing the right thing. You've even took the first step in asking how to do it. So, good luck. Email me. Let me know how you're getting on. You're not drunk. Where are you from? Email woodworkinglife@hotmail.com. woodworkinglife@hotmail.com. I think there's a link in my description on YouTube. So click and subscribe and look on the link, and I'm sure my wife put it in as a link. But yeah, email me, please, and I promise you I'll get back to you. I've not got, it's not my app, but I use an app, a sober app, to help as well. Yeah, maybe that came across a bit nasty, didn't it? Do not lie. But we're liars, aren't we? You know, if you're an addict or an ex-addict, or we're master manipulators, and we lie. We can't lie straight in bed. I realised that, you know, coming clean. There's coming clean and there's coming clean. There really is, and I'm not on here thinking I'm better than everybody else. Not at all. All I'm saying is, if I can do it, genuinely, you can do it. Promise you. So, yeah. Well, we were just talking about drink, drugs. I was and there are such a thing as an addictive personality. I didn't really, that comment a minute ago from saying who you are, to find out who you are, that was probably the hardest thing, because I genuinely didn't know who I was. Everything changed when I got clean. I'm so glad that I did. I'm so glad that I did. So where is everyone else in the world? Tell me what you're doing today. Why are you on here? Why are you listening to my stuff? What's that about? Is it because of the just intrigue? You're scrolling through off work today? Thanks, James. It's been a trip, man. Yeah, living a lie. Absolutely. Yeah. Terry, you're dead right. Terry, you're dead right. You're absolutely right. You feel like you're living a lie, don't you? It's very strange. I'm actually really rubbing my hands together, because I feel your pain. I really do. It is one step at a time. I didn't do the 12-step program. I did go to Narcotics Anonymous briefly. I struggled a little bit with it, because I did find not only were some people there pushing drugs, selling them, but some people sort of glorified it. They glorified it as the good old days. And I didn't really like that, if I'm perfectly honest. I was upset with myself, embarrassed with myself, and this is why I'm happy to talk about it, because I think it keeps you humble. I think if you can talk about it and be honest about it, the way it makes you feel, the reason why I did it. The reason I did it is because I was self-medicating. I know when people say that, it's a bit of a cop-out, but it's undiagnosed at the minute. I'm really desperately trying. I've been to the doctors, I've been to the hospitals, I've been everywhere else for undiagnosed bipolar. I'm so high or so low. There's very little in between. So I used to take whatever to keep me either really high or really low. And that's the reasoning why mine got out of hand, I think. Feeling ill, sorry to hear that. One step at a time, it is, yeah. Bipolar, Terry, me too. Bipolar. Can't find my email. Let me write it down, what I'll do. So, woodworking, it's just life, isn't it? So I'll take a screenshot. woodworkinglife@hotmail.com. Yeah, click and subscribe, guys, because the bipolar thing, it goes hand in hand with the ADHD, because ADHD keeps you're up more than you are down. Bipolar is hard work. It's hard work, and in conjunction with being an addict, it's difficult. It's difficult. What's the difference between bipolar and an emotional person? Bipolar, I didn't even know I had it. I was completely oblivious. It was my wife that said, look, we need to go to the doctor and get you tested. This was after I got clean. And I was like, I didn't want why. If you look through some of my old shorts or videos, you'll find some that I now can look at and I realise I'm quite low. Or I look at and I can't even get my words out because I am that fast, I'm that manic. I'll get up in the middle of the night, for instance. I think I'll have a good idea. I'll get up in the middle of the night and I'll start making a fucking chicken pen or something like that at 3 o'clock in the morning. My wife will come down, and this is true, this is a fact. My wife will come down and go, what the hell are you doing? And I'm like, well, I've decided I want to breed chickens. I've ordered 8 different incubators, 300 eggs, and I'm building a massive chicken pen in the garden. And she'll go, you need to come to bed. Have a think about this. No, it's exactly what I want to do. And I'll do that probably for a week. And then after a week, and I'm going down and I'm starting to, my mental health is dipping, I'll realise how crazy that was and understand that normal people don't go outside at 3 o'clock in the morning and start making chicken pens. And then I got asked nicely to go to it was called the Hub in Derby, and it's a mental health, it's like a walk-in centre, but I had to go and finish this course, which was a few months, or they were going to keep me in because I wasn't firing on all cylinders, really. Yeah, Terry, keep fighting, man. Nice to see you. VU. I'm not bipolar, I have one of those short spurts. Okay, spurts of to do stuff. Yes. Again, yeah, you say laziness. No, the thing is, starting to do stuff in the middle of the night. Yeah. Yes. And do you know what? There's a reasoning behind this. Honestly, there really, really is. Yes, Terry, that's me all over, mate. I'm up. Here's another example what I did. So my wife was asleep. I got up and I thought, I've got excess energy. My brain was ticking. It's firing on all cylinders. Early hours of the morning, probably 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. And I'm pacing around, and all of a sudden I've got it in my head that I've got my Fitbit on, and I really want to do 100,000 steps. So that's what I did. I decided just to get out of the house and start walking. I had to phone my wife and explain I didn't know where I was. I'd walked about 28 miles, and I didn't really know why. And these are all quite things that happen when you've got undiagnosed bipolar. Nick Gurr, happy birthday. Have a great day. Yeah, schizophrenia, yeah. I've got borderline personality disorder. Schizophrenia is obviously above that. You're obviously medicated. Is it working well for you? How does the medication make you feel? Does it make you feel lethargic? Some of my medications that I've had, I've struggled with. Tassie, Devil? Yeah. Yeah, and Samuel, you're right, mate. I mean, at the end of the day, we're not here to please everybody else. And the reason why I do the Stoicism, look into Stoicism. It's not a cult or anything like that. It's just a way of thinking. I literally do probably half an hour on Stoicism a day. I put it on at night. I listen to a bit of Stoicism. Marcus Aurelius, you probably know that name from Gladiator. Marcus Aurelius was a big Stoic. And it's basically cutting out all the shit and the noise around you that you can't control, and then start working on the things that you can control. So like your temper, the way you treat your wife, the way you treat your kids, Things like that, and other things that you can't control, let it go. Just let it go. You read Seneca? No, I haven't, James. I do read. I don't read a massive amount, but I do read. The shelving, yes. I have a look. Have a look at people. I haven't done any. A bit like my driftwood lamps. Look at some driftwood, and the driftwood sort of grows out the wall, and then you put the shelves on the branches. Looks amazing. I'd love to do something like that. My sister-in-law's got an allotment. I'll be honest, I struggle with the heat. I really, really struggle. In fact, I've got my little fan on now, look. And somebody, I say somebody, that's wrong. David, one of my subscribers, sent me some bowls, look, that he made. He turned himself out of scrap wood, and he sent them to me. How nice. So I've just sent him some of my work. I sent him a phone stand keychain, and I sent him a hashtag as well. Milton Keynes ain't far from me. Yes, Terry, anything you have to do. I'm exactly the same. I'm happy to do it when it's me, when it's my decision. But if someone says, this is what you've got to do, I want you to do this, I struggle. And I completely get what you're saying about the allotment thing. Yes, I would be the same. Yeah. Indoor skydiving. Oh, you know what? I booked that once. I wonder what happened. I never did it. So obviously I did look into skydiving, but with my epilepsy I can't do it. Yeah, I agree. I'm not a great gardener, if I'm honest. Lying in bed, nice. Lucky you. Nice day. Do you feel bad, lad? I do, and I'm terribly guilty of it. Just pulling the duvet over my head, but it makes you feel worse after a while, doesn't it? You're not in Malaysia, are you really? How hot is it there, Abdul? How hot is it? So I'll show you my garden. Why not? If you're still on, I did walk out a minute ago. I won't walk too far because my route is not very good. But I've just compacted it all. So let me flip these lights on. So you see them around my border. This is where I had the chickens. That's why it's such a mess. I haven't put any soil in the borders yet because I was an idiot and I kept chickens. So I did these borders. Can't see because of the sun, but there's the lights. Look, they go all the way around, and I've still got to fill it up with soil yet. So I've done my patio as well with my log burner pizza oven, kids paddling pool. I'm just about to hopefully make a smoker barbecue today. I've got a few other bits. Thank you, Abdul, my friend. It's night time for you. Where are you? I'm Derbyshire, England. Yeah, get onto the shelving. Let me know. Email me, woodworkinglife@hotmail.com. I'll have a look, and I love what people do. I'm dead interested. I would love to go to Malaysia. I would love it. Is it beautiful? It's beautiful, isn't it? I wish I could see out your eyes, see what you're looking at now. Or maybe I don't. New Zealand, again, another place I'd love to go, New Zealand. I'd like to try Switzerland as well. There's so many places I'd like to try. I've got a motorbike, and hope that one day I'll be able to get out and do a bit of travelling. UV lights in the garden beds. They're not UV, they are actual spotlights. They are garden spotlights. They come on a string of 10. But you can actually clip in another 10. So I've actually got them on a string. I've done a few other projects and same, yeah. And wood at home. Okay, cool. Yes, brilliant. I was a bit the same. I had a stint of working on power stations and doing quite a lot of welding. And my passion really is wood, but at least I enjoy the change. Same as brickwork. I can do a little bit of brickwork. I'm okay. I'm in Derbyshire, Abdul, right in the middle of Britain. Yeah, the free stuff, Terry. I mean, most of the stuff I use is free. I mean, all my bird boxes is all out of old scrap decking, and people give it away. You know, it costs so much for a skip now. They're quite thankful that you take it away. So that's really how it started. If you go back to one of my first shorts, I mean, I've got probably a thousand shorts on now, but if you go back to my first one, it's me cleaning up some old decking that I'd got. I think it was either from the neighbour or somebody a few doors down, and that's what I did. I made some bird boxes and sold them. And again, with the driftwood lamps and stuff, I sort of make them more to order if somebody really wants some. How are you, Jack? All right, mate? Thanks, Abdul. I was saying I do need to trim my beard. It is a plan to my hair's growing, so it's sort of in between long and short. My beard, I need it trimming up and going into a point. But to get there, I've just thought, just leave it alone, let it grow, look a bit homeless for a bit. Cut or uncut what? BSKA. Oh, Danny. Well, I hope you're talking about tools. I have loads of tools, you know. I got tons of scrap decking. Yeah. Just ripped my whole garden. The videos, maybe I could do some icing. Yes, definitely. Well, I did a tutorial on the bird boxes, and they sell really unbelievably well. I mean, I said to my missus, thank you, I'll keep the beard. I said to my missus about the bird boxes, and I says, I'll sell them for about, I don't know, £5 each, five or a tenner. She says, no, they'll sell for way more than that. So she put them up for like 20 quid, and they sold. And it's just out of scrap decking. So, you know, little business opportunity there for everybody. Appreciate that, James. Can't you grow a bit? To be honest, it's took ages. It's took ages, and like I said, it needs shaping a bit better. It's a bit ratty and horrible at the minute. Do I like a sing? Do you know what I did? I did like a sing. Did you know? Do you want to know a little fact here? I'm not going to sing, but I was on X Factor about 20 years ago. I've never said that online before. It's true. Me? Oh dear. Too old. So where are you from, Danny? Yeah, cut the rotten off, and it's surprising. You don't need very long pieces, obviously, for making a bird box. I think the longest piece I cut out of decking for a bird box is about 250mm long. There's some very, very strange people on, isn't there, in the morning? Oh, how nice. In Malaysia. Scrap decking, yeah, I built a bench. Brilliant. Terry, right. Yeah, it takes everyone, doesn't it? Yeah, it's strange. So, yeah, I suppose I better get on with some work, really, haven't I? So what's everyone's plans today? What we all doing? What we doing today? It's really quite warm. Yo! Mr. Jeezy. Jay-Z? Yeah, I know what you're saying, Terry. I get it. You have many beautiful girlfriends, Abdul. There you go then. Wow, what can you say to that? Playing basketball. Wicked. Oh, it's so hot though, isn't it? Any tips when you're feeling low? Yes, Big Bab, sorry. Engineered RFT, Big Bab Barry, hi, how are you, mate? Yes, feeling low, yeah. I'm very guilty of this, quite regular. Truth, get out of bed. That's the biggest advice. I was told when I had to go to a mental health group that basically get out of bed and walk to the end of your road and back again. And even if you've got it in your head that you're getting back in bed, do it anyway. Get up, walk to the end of the road and walk back again. 90% of the time you won't get back in bed. It works. I've tried it. It is, Terry, it is, isn't it? Yeah. Be kind to yourself. Yes, absolutely. Don't beat yourself up too much. However, I am an ex-addict and I'll never forget that, and I'll never stop saying sorry for it. I'll never stop trying to make up for it, because I hurt a lot of people, and I think, you know, not forgiving myself fully keeps me humble, and that's why I don't mind talking about it, if I'm perfectly honest. Yes, I get it, man. I get it. It's so different, and it makes you feel worse, doesn't it? This is why this is why I do what I do, genuinely, because either I'll sit on the sofa or I'll be in bed and I'll ignore the world. My curtains are all constantly closed. And just get up. Fitbit helps. A cheap Fitbit, they're online. I mean, I think that was about 30 quid. Walk to the end of the road, look how many steps it's took. Walk back again. See how you feel. See if you can see anything. Do you know what? Like I say, see if you're near any woods, see if you can pick up any sticks. And now with Google, I don't even know what it's called, but the AI Google photo thing, you can take a photo of a tree and it tells you what tree it is, and even if you can make decent walking sticks out of. And that's what I do. I go for a walk, even if it's on my own. And this is why I've actually gone live this morning, because I'm actually thinking I might go walking in the morning just for half hour, just to see if I can find my new projects. And I've got like a body cam type thing, so I might try and do it each morning, so you guys can see what I do and how I do it and why I do it. You know, if it's interesting to anybody. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. All right, Abdul. Yes, take it easy, my friend. Yeah, I mean, you have got to forgive yourself to a point. You have. If I'm honest, this is the hardest selling point for me. My mum and dad died. My dad died 11 years ago. He was 59. Then a year later, my mum died. She was 59. Mum was an alcoholic. My dad had a heart attack. And I basically put the inheritance up my nose, and that's a stinger. That's a painful one, because I'd be in a different position now. I could have possibly bought my house, or certainly paid a portion of it off. So that follows me around, and that's a difficult one, to be fair. But you can't stew on it. There's nothing I can do about it. All I can do is make my life better for everybody else, you know. Be as nice as I can, and don't take myself too seriously. What's that? I'm sorry to hear that. Gosh, I got a walking stick. I am in the middle of. I want to finish. You know what? Yeah, Terry, I'm the same. I've always got loads of things on the go, loads of different projects, and I revisit them. I get bored easy, so I'll start something. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. Jesus, man, my dad died 4 months ago. Yeah, so you know what, I got quite a lot of money, and well, I say quite a lot. It was a lot for me. It was life changing, I suppose, because I could have bought my house, and I should have bought my house, but I didn't. I'm sorry to hear about your dad. I really am. Yeah, you do feel shame. You do. Yeah, it does sting. It really does. Yeah, Mark, your wife's angry because of this problem. Yeah, and you know what? It's a testament. My wife was the same. Thanks, man. I appreciate that, Mr. Jay-Z. You know, it's difficult to accept praise as well, I think. I mean, Terry, you'll probably maybe agree, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it is difficult to accept praise. My wife does it all the time, and it's a lovely thing to do. She'll take me out on my anniversary of getting sober and, you know, make a big thing of it. And I feel ashamed of it, if I'm perfectly honest. So, you know, getting congratulated for something that you shouldn't have done in the first place is difficult. It's difficult to accept praise, but thanks. And I feel so much better. Life is so worth living now. Even sometimes, yeah, I still get them feelings though that it's not sometimes, and they're difficult to cope with. Yeah, praise is difficult, and own worst enemy, Terry. Yeah, John, hi. Yeah. So when someone says, "Oh, well done," you know, you've kept clean, you've done really well, and you think, "Oh God, I've fucked most of my life up." My partner gets world's best dad's cards. Yeah, I mean, for my kids are grown up now. Well, tell you what, guys. I was surprised there's so many of you on. I've been on 47 minutes. How about tomorrow? Are you free tomorrow, everyone? I've got to crack on with this barbecue / smoker, and I can show you my progress tomorrow. If you're interested, I can do the same again if you fancy, and we'll just do a bit of live, bit of chatting, and what I'd like to do at some point is maybe get I don't know how to do it. My wife is looking into it. Maybe getting ourselves our own little private chat room, maybe. What time tomorrow? What do you think? Yeah, I am. Yeah, a holiday for the week. Well, let's do it then. Should we meet up again tomorrow morning? I mean, what should we say? 9:30? 9:30-ish? Self-discipline is hard. No truer words said. No true. I love a quote. You can only see your future by sitting on the shoulders of your past. So, 9:30 tomorrow, shall we? Shall we do 9:30 tomorrow, guys, yeah? Good stuff. Pleased to meet you all. Honestly, it's been great. I didn't expect anyone to be on, listen to my rambling, but thanks, I appreciate it. It really helps me, genuinely. If it wasn't for you guys, I'd be struggling a shit ton more. Honestly, I really, really would. So thank you very much. If you're struggling with mental health or any ailment, fuck it, any ailment, you know, if we just need to talk, just to chat, eh? And life's hard enough and bad enough. There's some shit going on in the world always, and what's having a bit of love in the world, eh? Have a great day. Thanks, you too, James. Have a beautiful day, bro. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. How amazing you all are. We've got a lovely community, haven't we? I get a bit emotional, thank you. So, let's do it tomorrow. 9:30 tomorrow, yeah? I'm in. We'll make something. We'll do something together. As easy or as hard as we want, and we'll give it a go. And if anybody wants to reach out, woodworkinglife@hotmail.com, reach out. I promise you I'll get back to you. Honestly, I will. So, survivor of abuse. Oh, man, Terry. Yeah, I feel for you. I do. I really do. Right, so, listen, tomorrow. Have a good one, everyone. We'll maybe try and we'll have meet up. We'll click and subscribe. You're all amazing. Appreciate it. Catch you tomorrow. Catch you next one.